I've watched that water come up 1 brick since we've been here. I'd like for you to come.
Let it die. It's dead now.
I did not think I would find anyone as stubborn as my grandmother, and I think I have. All right. All right. You can't physically remove someone that doesn't want to leave. So all you can do is make sure that they're left in a position that you feel like one of your loved ones could survive.
Yeah, she's not
Look, it's been a Mexican standoff for an hour. I have used every resource, including
I don't want to wind up leaving her in there.
Cinematically good looks. Nothing. Coffee, cigarettes. What bothered me was even just hell, the Grand Canyon was cut with a trickle. It just bothered me that you've got moving water. If it was stagnant or standing. So we ferried back some supplies that she needed, and we made sure that she had batteries for her cell phone, brought her an extra cell phone, and made sure that the authorities knew where she was. All right, you don't have a tripwire in here, do you? You know what I really wanted was a hug. She let us know that she had ridden out a storm 2 years earlier, that she had fought cancer 3 times, and said that she was going to stay, and if they wanted her out, they were going to have to come get her.
This is my life, not the water or the storms or who's in charge of this or who's in charge of that. I'm in charge of this.
I didn't want to have to wrestle a lady that had ridden out 5 days of 5 foot of water with no electricity and defeated cancer 3 times. I knew I wasn't as tough as cancer.
Thank you for coming and looking about me.
All right, now, promise me this. If that water gets close, will you call me and let me know?
It's been 1 week since Hurricane Florence devastated the East Coast, and for many, it's about to get even worse.
Florence is blamed for at least 42 deaths across the Carolinas.
As rivers crest, the floodwaters rise.
This river has risen to record-breaking levels.
Tony, Boudreaux, give me a call, buddy. I was informed last night that they're turning people around who have minors. You have to be 18 to get into rescues. He's a certified lifeguard. He's a certified first responder. He'd be a great asset to have with us. But they're saying they want only 18-year-olds. Agencies, they have to follow protocol. It was pretty frustrating once we got there and they told us that, he wasn't going to be able to come in the boat with me.
They were saying I was too young to be helping out and stuff. Yeah, I thought I was ready. They still wouldn't let me in. So we bypassed them and go somewhere where they weren't there.
We're going to go through them. We're going to go through them. Don't worry about it. I do this every day for a living.
Gotcha, buddy. Yeah, you do.
Found back roads. We just launched them.
We need to probably get back over there, though.
Is it worth the risk? Yes. I'd do it again in a heartbeat.
This is where I go whenever I want to get away from my parents. Got a fan for the summertime, my PlayStation, TV. Well, I didn't really move in here. This is where I come whenever I don't want to deal with them. My mom and dad split up and it's difficult to talk about. They would always fight and all kinds of stuff, so it's stressful.
horse rescue. Woman was desperate. She needed to get down the river. They had no way of getting horses or large animals from one corral to another.
I think go this way. As long as that power line doesn't look too low, let's go that way.
Oh, it's not too low.
This is heartbreaking. I've never seen it like this before. These are our local places we come and eat. And then if we can make it down to Lillington Lane, we've got 13 alpacas and at least probably 10 horses down there.
It is important for me to let Brayton lead this rescue because it has been difficult for us this year. Me and my wife are split up, so letting him learn and use his brain and show me what he has. Hopefully he takes that and turns it into something positive.
What's up, Michael?
So if we get everybody and get some feed, maybe we can make them move.
All right.
I wouldn't leave my animals behind. I'd stay with them if anything. My horse and dog, I'd die for it.
They had 15 alpacas that needed to be pushed out also. As we were approaching them, we just saw one of them lay over just from the stress and fatigue.
In those types of situations, my mind just goes, and it's like, gotta help it. Figure out how to do it.
Let's try to hang her.
Had taken loads of water in its lungs. And the alpaca's neck was so long that it was hard to try to force all that water out.
Get a little bit higher.
We were trying to just get the water out of its lungs. And it didn't want to come out. It was very depressing.
Come on, we can get these on the boat. I got the gate open. Let's get the ones we can save. I know. Come on. Get everybody over here.
Gave it a chance. We got all the other ones up on high ground. This one obviously wasn't going to make it. Still alive, but it was suffering. So I was the only one with a sidearm. So I had to end up shooting him in the head. I knew these people would never see normal again, that they had to start all over. You know, seeing these people lose everything they own made me realize that I lost my wife over something stupid, that they lost everything they wasn't by their choice. Made me realize that I wanted to get back with my wife, and I did love my wife, and I wanted a normal life. So when I get home, I knew what I was going to do and what I should do.
But Cajun people, we go out in times of disaster, try to help people. We're just out there to try to help people, whoever needs, you know. We walk around stomp on top of the house, knock on windows, do whatever we have to do. We have to check it out. We don't want to leave anybody behind. I couldn't live with myself.
Anybody here?
The floodwaters are receding here. Things are starting to return to normal. Evacuees are coming back into the city. Roads that are starting to reopen, so that hopefully is a positive sign for people here.
I've always said I'm not bringing people back in. It's not my mission, that's not my job. My job is to get them out, not bring them back in. Now hold on, I'm gonna try to...
Hey, you know the car right in the front now.
Where's the car at?
Right here? Right
no, ma'am, I don't.
Yeah, the car was right there by the front door. Yeah, you got to go that way.
All right.
Don't have anything but what's in my house. The van is completely underwater. Back deck is gone. Can't get in through the back deck. How long have you lived here?
About 9 months.
It was heartbreaking. I mean, you know, the look in their faces is a look I know all too well, because it's the same look I may have seen in my mom's face or my grandparents' face, you know, when we went through it. So I get it. I understand that look.
I'm coming with you. You good? Yeah, I'm about to come in. Good.
Damn.
What's it?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Same height as it is out here, bro.
Oh my God.
What room is this? This is the master bedroom. It's over for it, man. Well, it's inside of my house.
The biggest fear for these people is, you know, when they do go back and they walk into their house and they have no insurance, it's just that overwhelming feeling of I've lost everything. Everything I've worked so hard for is now gone.
Can we get another tote in here?
There's another tote? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I can only say this because I've been that person. My family's been that person. You will come back. You will make it through it. And I know there's that old saying, well, it's just stuff. Yeah, it is. It's stuff until it's your stuff. Hardest thing I've ever had to do, I had 8 feet of water in my house, okay, during Katrina. Hardest thing I ever had to do was bring my little girl into the house. And this is a baby. She looked at me, she said, Daddy, it's just stuff. She's right. I know we don't look at it that way. We work hard for our stuff. It's our stuff. But we can replace stuff. We can't replace them babies or you or whatever. Keep that in mind. She was maybe, I don't know, 3 or 4 when Katrina happened. And once I seen that she was okay, it made it so much easier, you know?
Feeling good. Hopefully we're on the downside of this. I believe here in Lumberton they have everything under control, and I believe we're going to start heading home and kind of work our way back out, get home to our families. You know, this water's here. I think the rescue efforts for the Cajun Navy are no longer needed. Everybody misses their family, including me. We're fixing to start trekking back down south wherever everybody is from.
You got all this blood?
It is good to be home. It is good to be home.
He is waiting for you in the back now. I know.
God, I'm gonna kill you, Carlton Boudreaux. Carlton would be lost without me. He was. Yes, he did come begging for me. I just did some soul searching and decided this is where I belong with my husband, so I came back.
We learned that we need each other and we want to be together for the rest of our lives, so.
I think we're soulmates.
Splitting up was not the smartest decision we've ever made, so I did go out and help people, and I helped myself along with that.
Keep in mind, she's very, very tender-mouthed. She's gentle. You know, there's an old quote from an old Western, and I can't even remember which movie it was, but it was just a line that kind of always stuck out with me, and it's about entering your own home justified. And I think that's the best any of us could do, is knowing that at the end of the day, we did what needed to be done. These storms define our lives. You either find yourself awaiting a storm, working through a hurricane, or cleaning up afterwards.
Good evening from the Florida Panhandle, which tonight is reeling from the strongest storm to hit this area in recorded history. Hurricane Michael ravaging the coast with 155-mile-an-hour winds.
This one's a little different than Florence. This one's moving a lot faster.
Ripping homes and businesses to shreds, it's showing few signs of losing steam as it barrels its way inland.
The ominous eye clearly visible from the space station.
The death toll from Hurricane Michael is rising, and parts of the Florida Panhandle look like it's basically just wiped off the map.
In the morning, about 5:30, we're going to cut out of here. We're going to head down to Panama City. A lot of these people are going to need some help.
After sweeping through Georgia and the Carolinas, the remnants of Michael are now causing flooding in Virginia.
1.5 million people are without power across several states. The death toll from this storm is now up to 11, though authorities say that death toll could likely rise.
You know, this country was built by people of all economic backgrounds, race, education, banding together for the good of their neighbor. I just hope we haven't forgotten that that's the true essence of the American dream.